and she expressed, and this was an amazing way that they did this, because when we have unhealed wounds, when we have unresolved triggers, when we have traumas that have not been integrated into presence, and our partner does something that reminds us of what happened when we were kids, and we go into fight or flight or freeze or fawn, we can't hear, we can't think, we can't know what we know, we can't trust ourselves, and there's really no sense trying to have a conversation because it's really going to turn into an argument, right? It's like two people talking to the wall. So they had this brilliant idea. They started emailing each other. And how do women show their love? Alana Pratt here, the host of the podcast, Intimate Conversations. I was interviewing a couple on my podcast, Intimate Conversations, and they were expressing he was expressing how he didn't feel loved the way he wanted to be loved. You know, he walks through the door. Why is she not, just slamming him against the wall and doing him right then? Why isn't she, shouting from the rooftops how hot he is and turned on by him that she is? Well, because they have 6 children and she's making dinner and she's exhausted. But she has the favorite music of his playing. And she has a little sticky note that she put inside of his jacket pocket on his way to work. And she looks at him in that way that shows how much she loves him. But he didn't see any of those. And he was getting really, really cranky about it all. And so he was just going to go on porn for a while and just get his needs met. And they became 2 ships, not passing in the night, passing each other. And it came down to a shit or get off the pot. What is this? And she expressed, and this was an amazing way that they did this, because when we have unhealed wounds, when we have unresolved triggers, when we have traumas that have not been integrated into presence, and our partner does something that reminds us of what happened when we were kids, and we go into fight or flight or freeze or fawn, we can't hear, we can't think, we can't know what we know, we can't trust ourselves, and there's really no sense trying to have a conversation because it's really going to turn into an argument, right? It's like 2 people talking to the wall. So they had this brilliant idea. They started emailing each other. And it gave them time to really get clear on their thoughts and delete the email several times before they sent it, until they were really proud of the email. And then it was good for the recipient. If they were triggered, they didn't respond right away. They processed their emotions, and it went back and forth until they got to a place where they could actually just be in the same room talking about this together calmly. And what they discovered was, oh my God, the way she loves me isn't the way I want to be loved. But what would it take for me to receive her love and let that energy in? Let that care in. Let it fill me up. Let it nourish me. And vice versa. That she was taking care of all these kids and she didn't feel very appreciated, but there he was. Where had he been all day? Working hard to bring home the bacon. And so she was more appreciative of him. They were both more appreciative of each other. And they were remembering why they were in this together, to experience life together, to grow and evolve together. And their communication skyrocketed, their appreciation for one another skyrocketed, and they learned to sense more and feel more of the energy of love from each other, rather than to cognitively analyze, are they being loved the way they want to be loved? Based on an old set of beliefs, they could shift that, they could evolve that. They could still ask for what they desired or ways that they like to be loved, but they could expand their repertoire and receive it in so many different ways. And they were such an inspiration to me. And so it just reinforced the work that I do. My 10 Alana Pratt method processes are deeper than your average just talk therapy. They integrate somatic experience and this experiential learning and quantum psychology and spiritual technology. They're rich, so we could call it under the chin, beneath the hood, getting into the subconscious, getting into the unconscious wounds, so that we can resolve things, not just have improvement or relief or workarounds, which I suppose are helpful, but they're not lasting and they're exhausting. Why not go to the root, the core, once and for all, and have this resolved into your superpower, so you can receive not just your partner's love, but you can receive all people's expressions of love. You have like this new language, this new ability to see kindness where others just see their gruffness, because you can sense it. You can feel the energy. You become very, very powerful. And all of life is here to honor you and support you. And you really feel full, overflowing. And it's a wonderful way to live. You can allow the universe to love you in the beauty of a sunset rather than, what a lovely sunset. You can literally let the energy nourish you. All day long, you can begin literally making love with life. That's what I'm about. In fact, that's one of my Alana Prep method processes, making love with the universe. So if you are like, this lady's kind of cool, check out my podcast, Intimate Conversations. And you can go to my website, alanapratt.com, and take my complimentary intimacy blind spot assessment. If you're having issues, just not feeling loved, not feeling appreciated, not feeling valued, this could be a blind spot. This could be a blind spot that we could resolve together so that you could be overflowing and making love with life. Wouldn't that be more delicious? I think so. So there's also an opportunity there to connect with me. You can go to alanapratt.com/connect. If you are ready to do the work, 10 out of 10 ready to dive in and resolve this pattern that might be happening in your life so that you can be the noble badass that you are designed to be. All my love.
Breathe.